Freedom felt like a trap. You know that feeling. You finally break free from something that was slowly crushing you. A job, a season, a version of yourself you were glad to leave behind. And for a moment, everything feels possible. And then you look up, and there is something new blocking your way. Something you did not plan for. Something you do not know how to cross. And the thing you escaped is still behind you. You are standing between two impossible things, and the pressure from both directions is one of the loneliest feelings a person can carry. That is not a failure. That is Exodus 14. And the lesson buried inside that moment is one of the most powerful truths you will ever carry into your daily life, if you are willing to sit with it long enough to hear it. Lesson 1. The wall is not a sign that God stopped. We have been taught to believe that obstacles mean we are going the wrong way, that if the path is blocked, we must have missed a turn somewhere, that struggle is a signal to retreat. But Israel was not at the Red Sea because they disobeyed. They were there because the path to everything God promised them ran straight through the impossible. The obstacle was not a mistake, it was the route. Isaiah 42:16 says, "I will lead the blind by ways they have not known. Along unfamiliar paths I will guide them. I will turn the darkness into light before them and make the rough places smooth." Unfamiliar paths still look like wrong turns. They still feel uncertain and broken underfoot. But they are not mistakes. They are the specific route God chose because only He can navigate what lies ahead of you. So whatever wall is in front of you today, the deadline you cannot meet, the door that will not open, the relationship that will not heal, the dream that feels permanently delayed. Before you decide it means God is absent, consider this. It might mean you are exactly where the miracle is about to happen. Lesson 2. Stillness is not weakness. In the middle of panic, with an army closing in and no way forward, God gave Israel the most counterintuitive instruction a person in crisis can receive. Be still. Exodus 14:14 says, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." Not work harder, not figure it out, not earn your way through this. Be still. We live in a world that rewards constant motion, that tells you grinding through every problem is the only way to solve it, that if you are not doing something visible, you are falling behind. And so we exhaust ourselves building solutions for seas that only God can part. We stay up running calculations that never add up. We ask everyone around us for answers we were supposed to trust God with. And at the end of all that striving, we are simply more tired. Stillness, in the language of Exodus 14, is not giving up. It is the deliberate act of trusting someone stronger to do what you cannot. It is the most courageous thing a tired person can choose, to stop striving and let God work in the space your panic was filling. Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." Not be still and figure it out. Be still and know that He is already moving. Lesson 3. The step comes after the stillness. Here is where the wisdom gets practical. God did not part the Red Sea and then tell Israel to walk through. He told Moses to move first. The sea opened while they were stepping toward it. The miracle met them in the motion. There is a moment in every impossible situation where stillness shifts into action, where trust stops being something you feel and becomes something you do, where you take one step toward the thing that has not opened yet, not because you can see the way, but because you know the one who can make one. Isaiah 43:2 says, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you." Not around them, not instead of them, through them. God's presence is not an escape route. It is a companion through the very thing you were afraid of facing. Whatever step you have been delaying, the conversation you need to have, the application you have not sent, the morning you need to start differently. That is your Red Sea edge. You do not need the answer before you move. You need to move before the answer arrives. Carry this into today. The Red Sea did not disappear, it opened. God did not remove what was in the way, He transformed it into the road. And the people who walked through arrived at the other side with a kind of faith that only comes from having been through the impossible. You are not trapped, you are positioned. The wall in front of you and the weight behind you are not the end of your story. They are the conditions where God does His most undeniable work. The God who brought Israel through that sea is standing at the edge of yours today. He has not changed. He has not run out of ways to move. Stand still long enough to hear Him. Then take one step toward the water. It will open.